I want to
deny it!
I deny there.
Alright, fine. Takahata 101 confirmed for Smash.
This game's winner is Deadpool.
We do that for anything, it's great.
This game's winner is Gordon Ramsay.
Shag. Dom shag.
This game's winner is Hitler.
Shag. Dab shag.
Well, is that a good answer?
Yes.
Alright,
Thank you so much.
You bet, man. Thank you.
Alright, Michael, you know, as professional as like your guys' work kind of comes out, like the sound quality and the animation and all that, there is channel upon channel upon channel out there who do like abridged anime, and it doesn't like nearly like the audio is really bad and stuff like that. What do you guys think about like some of the What do you guys think about like some of the smaller abridged channels that don't have a whole lot of?
We can never judge that because guess where we started?
No, we're the men. We all laugh on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Switch your hair to the side, Howard, like an anime pro tag. Oh, that's really good.
Also, I already have Snap Button Smash.
You already have Nap and Smash?
I do. I borrowed the game for one day and put the me in it.
It's a me.
Actually, that's a really neat question because we don't often have a whole lot of opportunity nowadays to kind of watch some of the newer stuff coming out. But whenever we see something that's like really well written or something's obviously really in love with what they're doing, it's always really cool. And we always want to encourage people to keep on creating and keep on working. And all I ever want to see is just somebody getting better at what they like to do.
Yeah, because then they entertain me, and I want that.
Sure, because you guys really are just a bunch of roll-ups.
Don't.
No, never.
My ears are burning.
You inspire us.
If role model, you mean, like the before.
The before time, long, long ago.
So, but thank you very much.
You're choking on the humble pie, guys.
I have more of a suggestion than a question.
Okay.
Takahata, you should play Broly.
I should play Broly.
You should have played the Broly.
I tell you what, here's my Broly.
Well, Kakarot, I'm going to show you what you've done to me. And we'll really see who deserves to get punched. Because I am a strong Saiyan.
Who don't need no man.
Who don't need no man, but my father says I can't fight.
Taka, if we wanted Vic Mignogna, we'd get Vic Mignogna.
Thank you, though. But I think we have some people in mind for Broly. No one, because it's terrible. Everyone's like, let me pitchforks every time I say it.
Last year, at your 18 plus panel, you had
I want to confirm or deny anything you're about to say.
four abridged, and you had a hella awesome supersonic jet as the top of Youmacon Christmas list.
Yeah, it was like $200 million. I have no idea. It's really expensive. A lot of zeros on that bad boy.
What was the rest of his Christmas list?
Oh, the rest of my Christmas list is number 2, a Kotaku article. Number 3, the joy of true freedom. A lot of these get more and more deep. Number 4, wiping out 300 years of my history. Just from the books, because they're really bad. 10,000 people on spikes was a thing of perspective, and they always said it in a bad way. Like, those guys were assholes. You tell me one country doesn't have 10,000 assholes.
The asshole.
They're like, oh, he did all that to scare people. Yeah, scare people from being assholes. to history goes the victor.
Thank you, man.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
I need you now, Mr. Sir.
What? What?
I need you now, Mr. Sir. I need you now.
You know what? I'm creeping. Stick out.
Now, I need you now.
Nicky tap.
I know.
I'm in a panel.
I'm actually would want to talk to you because I saw the Screw Attack video.
Oh yeah, why Ben face is dumb?
I actually was gonna say, why is it so dumb?
Why is it so dumb that you looked at it for like 1
I
5
actually paused it for like a solid minute, and I was
Pretty
like,
dumb, right? Pretty
I was
dumb.
like, man, this is the dumbest face ever.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. God, it's such a dumb face.
There's like a million people in this room.
Okay, now plug what you were talking about.
Oh, okay, I went to Screw Attack for a day, their actual studio, and I filmed a video about why Ben is wrong. Ben and Chad actually write Death Battle. But like, as we all know, Goku lost in Superman versus Goku Death Battle. And it was pretty much just me being irrational and hating that decision. Who here thinks Superman would win? Who here thinks Goku would win? Superman DC panel guaranteed will find your enemies.
But no, I actually answered my question.
Yes.
With the confirming or not confirming.
Yeah, not saying. I ain't saying anything. I will not say anything at all.
Remake.
I cannot say anything. I can't. No, seriously, if they tell me I can, I would.
Right. That's totally understandable. You kind of say.
Guess what? There will be another death battle maybe in the future sometime. Oh, shocker!
Next
This question is for everybody. The sub-question for the girls. For everybody, what's your favorite childhood memory of growing up with Dragon Ball? And for the girls, who are your schoolgirl crushes?
What if I have a schoolgirl crush? Let's start with
That would be illegal, Taco. Leave schoolgirls alone.
All right.
Our favorite memories growing up with Dragon Ball?
Okay, yeah, let's start with that. Any time.
Okay, well, the girl question was, what's your crush? I crushed on Trunks so hard, Future Trunks.
Oh my God! I should hope future Trunks. Jesus.
Well, to be fair, Trunks from GT, but then again, he's got the ascot, so shame on you.
Where did I go wrong?
I think it's pretty obvious because Trunks is the hottest character in Dragon Ball.
That is an opinion you're having.
Probably like when like spoilers, if it's all needed. I mean, come on. But like when Frieza, the Frieza Goku fight, just seeing that kind of like them going at it, just so hard. It's just like it was really intense.
Yes, I realized the moment I
Essentially, I'd never seen anything like that before, and the fight was really brutal in itself as well.
Wretched as a bridge. Exactly right.
No, yeah, that fight is probably one of the most like highlights of my childhood. That was really cool.
In terms of Renaissance.
So hard. Anyways.
My schoolgirl crush. It was probably like Android 17, you know that hair and stuff.
In terms of my favorite like Dragon Ball Z memory, it would have to be the preview for the episode when Goku turned Super Saiyan. Because me and my friends, I grew up in Tobago, so like we didn't have internet or anything like that. But when we saw that Goku finally turned Super Saiyan, we were just like, ah! That was legit what I did.
You scared Howard? The first time I ever saw Dragon Ball Z was before it was officially dubbed into English on a VHS tape imported from Japan with no subtitles and no translation of the Super 13? Hardcore.
Oh my God.
Getting the plot only from a friend of mine's recollections of the summary given to him by his friend who was a Japanese exchange student. And I just had no idea how far down that rabbit hole I would go.
Super Android 13, you needed a summary to understand that plot?
I think they're saying that they need to get out of the city so that they will not harm innocent civilians.
So Superman move. Such a Superman move.
Unless we're talking about Man of Steel, in which case, you know, whatever.
No, I'm just Superman screw it. For me, I think it was actually fun. It was like, not actually what was running on TV. It was a little bit afterwards, and we were actually playing Budokai 1. Or Budokai 3 or 1, actually, at a friend's house. There's 8 of us on a birthday party. We all chose our 8 characters, and we would just play a trivia mode all night. It was like the most fun I've ever had really with a game with a bunch of friends.
My memory isn't just exactly one moment, but it was a reoccurring thing that happened when I was a kid. I always watched it like early in the morning, like Saturday mornings on UP freaking N. That's where they aired it. And I just remember as a kid, I saw every episode up until episode 52, and then they played 3 of mine, and then they started over, and I was so mad. But every time I think of Dragon Ball and when it all started, I just remember getting up early in the morning, sitting down, and then watching it, so enthralled, and just wanted to see where these characters were going to go and what was going to happen next, and I loved it. Yeah, that would probably be my fondest memory.
Mine was, just sitting down watching it, and it's actually the end of the Cell arc when Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2, because you're just watching this like, oh man, this is terrible, who's going to win? And then Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2, and you're like, oh, that's badass! This kid about my age is whooping the shit out of Cell! And that's when I started working out, and subsequently stopped working out because I got bored of that.
And then had to get married, so you started working out again.
Yeah.
Getting swole like Gohan.
Yes, I stopped working out for almost 15 years.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's a great question.
First off, you guys are awesome. I met you guys at Anime Midwest back in July in Chicago.
Oh, badass.
Nice. And I just love you guys. Alright, so mainly for Taka, Kaiser, and Landy, was it any different working on the other stuff besides from the anime, like the YouTube Avenue and stuff like that? Was it any different than the other stuff that you do?
That kind of stuff it's very different. First of all, most of the time we aren't writing it.
I am.
Well, you helped write YouTube Avenue, right?
I wrote YouTube Avenue with us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wrote that. It's fun. It's just writing with a different writer.
Yeah. So some of the stuff that we don't write. Like any time that any of us have voiced on a death battle.
We had nothing to do with Death Battle.
We don't write Death Battle.
Going screw attack under the bus. We're backing the bus up over them and we're driving.
We're a Jeepers Creepers them. I don't know. It's hard to turn that into a verb.
It's fun being able to work with different.
What was in this?
It was a shot.
It was a shot.
But yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Very much.
During your solar flares, you have one little picture of this like really creepy stuff.
Yes, sir.
So, is there like a level of disturbingness that you need to reach in order to incorporate it in a solar flare? And what was in this last solar flare?
The previous one, the one before this one, was actually me in my Frankenfurter outfit from Youmacon 2010. So there needs to be a certain level that it hits.
He says he doesn't cosplay.
To a certain extent, depending on, because the first one that you see is funny because it's Frieza. The second one you see, it's funny because it's Dodoria, and now you know. But the one after that, the one that's in Kai, we were just like going like all crazy and random with that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find that picture of Lanny as Frankenfurter because that one's meta, and Kai is pretty meta. The one with Cell, that's just a couple of flies. Yeah, no, they're actually flies. But it's bug sex, and Cell is a bug, and he's creepy and disturbing.
Yeah, bug sex.
And the one in that one, which since you're at the panel, I'll tell you guys.
I actually suggested this like in a text on my way back from seeing the preview.
It is a shitty anime chibi style version of Freddy and Jason about to kiss. We wanted to make sure that this son of a bitch was packed full of so many horror in jokes that, yeah, that's all it was. I did that in one take. He did do it in one take, which was brilliant. So, yeah, that's basically, there's no level of disturbing, but it definitely needs to make you think. So thank you.
Plus, we like giving something to people to just try to pause. Damn, missed it. Pause, damn, missed it. Pause, give it.
It's why I always give 2 frames. You get 2.
Screen cap it and you tweet it to us, because we get them every time.
Was this what you used?
Mr. Kakashi, what's
I'm so sorry that Naruto's in. I'm kidding. I'm so happy that Naruto's in.
Hello? I would give my right arm to see Naruto end.
I don't get that.
Go ahead,
I'm not sure if you guys watch commentary on Hellsing Ultimate, the official one.
Oh yeah.
You do? So you know they were calling you guys out on volume 4 through 5.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes, I heard Taliesin Jaffe, the voice director, called us out and said, "Hey, I got 4 of these dubbed in like 2 months. It takes you guys 1 a year." And I'm like, "Do it by choice." I'm like, "Yeah, must be nice to have a budget."
And they just called you out again on the new release.
What?
Yeah.
Twice? No. What that son of a bitch say?
Come on, man.
Asshole,
Tell them to bring it on. Get it out, man. We want this stuff. That's what they say.
What do you say?
Come on, man. We want this stuff. It's great.
Oh, cool. Oh. They can be patient like everyone else.
I'll send him the script.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Chicken?
No, hold on. Is this British humor?
Yes, I swear.
Because I don't
People think I'm Doctor Who.
It's...
That's so funny! What's your question?
So my question is, since Little Kariba, I'm guessing, is your new slave?
He's not wrong.
Hold on. Slave is a bad word. We call it indenture and servitude. It's much more PC.
Okay, since he's your new sex slave.
That's wrong! That's not worse!
Why is he not making more episodes?
Okay, well,
I'm
sorry. Keep interrupting. What's the question?
Why isn't he making more episodes? How about you enjoy this weekend and eat your words at the end of it? Take that, French reference!
And one more thing.
one told you life was...
Soft kitty. Hello kitty. Little piece of fur.
What? Oh, no, what was that?
Big Bang Theory.
What?
Get out of here. Stop. Is there a joke involved? You said Big Bang Theory and I'm hearing nothing.
Oh, soft kitty. It goes like this. Soft kitty. Little kitty.
I believe there is
You're talking to a panel of people who have not seen that show.
We write comedy, sir.
There's only
Not good blackface.
There's only one appropriate way to respond to that.
Oh, mercy. Poorly coded N64 emulator. Such a great joke. Next question.
Please make an IT crowd reference to get the taste of that out of my ears.
Hey, what a bunch of bastards.
Well, I want to hear that scream again. That was a beautiful scream. Can I hear it again? Yes. And you?
I'll record some point. Will you notice me, please?
Five. 6 out of 10. Best I can give.
Hey! Albacorn's an asshole. He's just trolling for jokes.
Yeah, talk to the microphone.
Let's go after the voice acting for Piccolo.
Yo.
Are you a Yoshi?
Yeah, Piccolo, are you?
A million times. I am not the call.
And can I bite you?
Yeah, I am both. Yeah.
House, how you doing?
You're wearing the utility belt around. It's a belt. It goes around your waist.
This is a Rob Liefeld version.
Oh, belts everywhere.
Beyond more pouches. Ladies, hello. First off, I want to say thank you so much for what you do. It is extremely entertaining. When I got out of training, I went to AIT and just blew up your guys' website watching all of that. Fantastic. Lanny, I want to say really quick, can you do a quick shout out to my buddy Andrew here?
Andrew, you said?
Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, he literally, I didn't know about you guys until he sat me down and just all over my face about it. Just, you know,
that is the best phrasing I have ever heard for someone showing them our stuff.
Andrew, thank you for jacking off on his face.
Oh, God. My question is, I thought it was a very unique idea to have Piccolo have Nail and Kami in his head. You're really going pretty damn far from the canon, but it was brilliant. How did you come up with that idea, and are you afraid that's going to get kind of convoluted down the road?
The idea, at least to me, it kind of came from like what we did with Ghost Nappa, except Vegeta doesn't really need Nappa to play off of anymore, whereas Piccolo is almost always alone. So to me, it feels like what we wanted to do with Ghost Nappa kind of done right.
Yeah. Where we failed, and honestly, we kind of failed with what we wanted to do with Ghost Nappa. We made the jokes, and ultimately we did bring it back around later on. But with Piccolo, he is one of those characters who doesn't speak a lot and does have a lot of neuroses. So a couple of voices playing in his head, and it works really well, we thought. And we're glad that other people think that, because God knows, you know,
I need something to do.
And we are going to take that to a place. We actually have plans with that.
And I got one last question I have to ask all Dragon Ball Z fans, just to test them. Who is the strongest human?
Krillin.
No! I'll just sit up.
Actually, Tien.
Actually,
Tien has mighty shoulders.
Canonically, it is Krillin.
Yeah!
Krillin, strongest there is! Although, to be fair, the one-on-one fight, Tien could still probably kick the shit out of him.
So I will say in a couple of minutes here, I'd say in about 10 minutes, we're going to have to show our last thing. Yeah, we have to.
We have to.
Well,
hey, Andrew's worked very hard on it. No, I mean if we're going to fit it in. I see. 18 plus.
But, wait, are you next? Yeah, okay, go.
Thank you. Ask anybody who writes fan fiction, they know writer's block is just terrible. I was just wondering what techniques you guys use to beat writer's block when you're yelling at each other a lot.
Yelling at Lanny to step it up.
6-month breaks.
You know, often we find that sometimes the best way around it is to just start writing something completely different. Just like get on tangent, go in a completely opposite way.
Skip scenes entirely.
Yeah, there are times where we have to skip the scene and work on a later one, and that gave us inspiration to go back and work on something else.
Bridgimon.
Oh, God.
Bridgimon the movie confirmed. No. Alright, anyways, quiet! Voices!
Inside your head. Anybody else got an insight on how to work with writer's block?
How do we work on writer's block?
I feel like one of the best things to do is to actually talk to yourself when you have writer's block. Just pace back and forth and figure out what the character is and like what they would say if you put them in a situation. Say for example, let's say the first season of Dragon Ball Z, you have like the 8 characters and you put them in a house. What are their archetypes? Who would say what if in a certain situation? And that way you can figure out, oh, maybe this person would end up saying this, or oh, maybe this person would end up saying that, or maybe they could develop some kind of feelings or new kinds of emotions and all that stuff. So, but honestly though, like talking to yourself, and if you have quotes that you hear, write them down, because you never know down the line you may end up using them. Have a dialogue will follow. Exactly.
That's a great answer, thanks.
Thank you.
You made this?
I did that.
Lancaster, I would want you to
bonus points.
No, that's just Friends. I think you meant Barney and Friends.
Dang it! I'm so off on that one.
I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. With a queen. No, no! I'm done with this! I'm leaving!
I'll be back later! I can't leave, I have nowhere else to go.
You can always storm out the door and then hit someone. Taka does it all the time.
Yes. Oh, look at this guy over here.
Charmander, you filthy casual!
I'm a big fan of you guys, and I saw you last year at Yoma, which was pretty awesome to meet you guys. I have a question for all of you. Whenever you ever get the time, like after you take a break from Dragon Ball and such, have you ever personally had an anime you wanted to abridge or anything, or would you start working on
Their answer was Winx Club.
I thought it was Kill and Kill.
You make good points.
I mean, something that hasn't been done before, like a bridge.
Oh God, everything's been done.
Or would you start your own thing, like a TeamFourStar thing yourself? That you would.
That's something we really want to do, and something that we really are trying to work on here on out.
We're working on something secret.
Something top secret.
Something top secret that we announced.
Secret tunnel.
Hold on. Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, my question is about Cell. I just noticed that you guys have been putting a lot of cheery music or like more upbeat music during the episodes. Like you have the Mr. Sunshine, you have the Video Killed the Radio Star, and you've had the Shining this. Is there a reason you have that theme with the character, and you're going to develop it further?
He's such a happy guy.
I'm having a cell of a time.
Get ready for more Cell puns in the titles.
We're gonna sell them on. We are.
We're a little selfish.
It's almost as painful as actually dying.
I have one extra question.
Yes.
Will Gohan ever learn to dodge?
Yes.
God help you if he doesn't.
Oh, I'm too short. You guys hear me?
No. He'll help you out.
Oh, okay. Not that short.
Whatever you do so we can hear you, don't be mousy.
I thought the Cell puns were bad.
Well, many have that problem. What fresh cell this is.
I think I just ruined some childhoods. So, when you guys are writing, more specifically when you're writing jokes and stuff, because it's a big difference between just putting it on the internet and saying, screw it, they'll like it or they won't, whatever. But when you show it
what I do.
when you show it to an audience, though, it's a big thing. Like, do you ever get surprised when you laugh at jokes that you don't intend to be that funny, or do you ever go like, man, that joke was awesome. What the heck, guys? Like, do you ever run into that
Every
problem?
time.
Okay.
Brilliant! Oh, you love Tink Tink, huh? That's your jam!
I was gonna say, that was the one that surprised me the most. You know, it works online as well, because you see the comments.
See what people are quoting. Normally I'd say like 85% of the time we can pick it out and say this is what they're going to like, but
every once in a while, yeah, you can get that one joke where we were just kind of like, okay, it's a joke that kind of pats the other better joke, and then out of nowhere, everyone's a fan of that one, and it's kind of like, well, I'm not offended, but it's like, okay.
we put stuff in there what we like to call throwaway jokes. Just like, oh, it pads out the time.
Yeah, well, and they happen. Every once in a while you have a throwaway joke that's basically like, okay, we have this really good
Somebody's
joke.
going to find it mildly amusing.
Or Connie's cough sound effect from... That was just an extra thing you threw in there. People were like, that was great. Really? Yeah. Just put that sound effect in.
Our best-selling shirt. 1 million sold.
Yeah.
That's what I like the question.
For Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I think it was Screw the Rules I Have Money was just, put that in there, and there you go. And then it's like, or card games on motorcycles, which is the complete reverse of that joke in every way. Alright. Speaking of card games on motorcycles. Segue. Or motorbike, whatever.
Well, there's a jackpot there too, so I mean, we got the whole shebang. But, but what I wanted to ask, I think the person in front of me kind of said, but all I wanted to know is who picked Video Killed the Radio Star and why?
I think that might have been me. But I can't remember. When we write this stuff, it's hard. Like, sometimes we get this idea of like, yeah, no, I did that, and then somebody else is like, no, I did that, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
I have no idea.
At this point, unless there's like one we super remember, we basically are like, one of us did.
I'd say for that one, the reason why we chose that song is because I didn't get my way. It was also because he's literally killing some radio stars. Think about it. It's
Now I get it. All you have to do is take away anything that could be a metaphor, and that's what we meant.
Next up, by the cell, we have Nicki Minaj's Anaconda. Apparently she hates skinny women. I don't know why. I'm Casey Kasem.
By the way, that segment is, well, for a couple of reasons. One of my favorite, one of them being I didn't have to do any lip flaps. But the other one is that that was one of those scenes where we got to write just basically what we wanted to write. Like, there was not a whole lot of footage, and yeah, we had to go by audio, but we got to just basically do what we wanted with that, and we made all the radio jokes, and we tried to make it, like, we tried to kind of parody it, but tried to make it kind of authentic as well to how a terrible, like, jock radio station would sound. But then that one segment where Cell pops in, and I was just like, and when I was done with it, I was like, and this was partially due to the fact that our actor who played TJ,
he's actually the Wombat. TJ actually was a Rice Pirate. You know, Rice Pirate played Jean Christine from Trost. Yeah, the Attack on Titan Bridge, and he's also Goku from Dragon Ball P. So.
Yes. He was fantastic. And by the end of that scene, I was like, wow, that was actually creepier than I was expecting. And so at the end, I was like, I really, really enjoyed that scene. And I'm glad that other people did, because I had so much fun making it.
Did you guys like that scene?
I think we'll go with one more question, then Anvish, I'll let you introduce our next video.
Sorry, guys. Although, probably not.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
We'll see what happens.
That's fine. Sorry about that. I just want to say, like, I really love you guys. A friend of mine turned me on to you guys about 2 years ago. Actually, when I was at the airport, where I met Lawrence randomly for the first time. At Metro Airport.
Oh yeah. No, basically, I was in Detroit Airport one day, just like walking around, just having nothing to do, and I came across like, no, it was like on the way back from Youmacon. It was like one time last year, and you guys were just watching Dragon Ball Z Abridged on the break, and it was just like I just came up and I just noticed, and I just went, hello. Basically, his voice going, hello. But that was pretty cool.
I imagine you doing that for 5 minutes before they noticed you.
Yeah, but no, that was still pretty cool though. Just again, seeing DBCA. Yeah. It's amazing. It was really cool. Yeah.
It was. Thank you. I want to say thank you for signing our autographs and giving me your gamer tag too. That was awesome. Yeah. Also.
Go.
Can you do the charging my attack thing for me,
Do-do-do, I'm charging my attack.
All right, Andres, you want to send us off on this one? I'll play again.
Okay. Who here is a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Who here is a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? A Brit. Who here has been asking, where's episode 4? It's going to be right on there on VLC, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are a fan of like old school, like Prague and all that, then you will love this episode. No, yeah, VLC. It doesn't open in Windows for audio.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Is it working?